Welcome to Annamala University, Directorate of Distance Education, Management Wing, offering MBA program, the course on Organizational Development and Management of Change. Organizations have come forward to make profit, and as well the employees and customers should be protected. The Spectrum Sunglass, a company which is manufacturing sunglass, is considered here as a simulated case. Developed by William Q. Judge, Linda A. and Hill. The third version has come in now. So, we are going to see the third version of change management simulation, power and influence. Overview. The company is basically using petrochemical products in the manufacturing of sunglass. So, the management has come forward to decide 90% of the petrochemical products should be cut down to 50% in 96 weeks time. This is the objective of this game. The player of the game can do Chief Executive Officer's role or Director Product Innovation. There are two important scenario drivers. One is relative power and the other one is relative urgency to introduce this technology. Now, the company has come in various ways to minimize these use of petrochemical products. You have avenues for overview to read, and to also you have try menu, and also you have included materials, videos and related simulation game materials are also available. Now, you click on the play the simulation game. You are being taken to the site where you have view tutorial and play now. So, you can click in the view tutorial, which gives you 13 steps to proceed to the game. You will play the role of either CEO or Director of Product Innovation at the Spectrum Sunglass Company. You are in charge of getting Spectrum to adopt a new sustainability initiative. You have 96 weeks to achieve the critical mass of managers at Spectrum to adopt your initiative. It is basically a sustainability development concept. And there are scenarios, 4 scenarios are available, and you will be able to choose which scenario you will play initially based on the relative urgency and relative power of the change agent. And you have progress indicators. As you see, weeks used at the bottom, critical mass, organizational phase of adoption and credibility. You can see the progress. Now, the dashboard will be displayed, wherein you can see the 20 employees, people on the top management, people in the middle and people in the other side, third category. So, you have two different supporting staff. One is Executive Assistant Michael Barth and Andrew Chen, General Counsel, who are reporting directly to the CEO. And you have Vice Presidents, Operations, Human Resource, Sales and Marketing and R&D. And you also have CFO, Chief Financial Officer Paul Diaz. So, the communication takes place between Paul Diaz and the Marketing Vice President, because Marketing Vice President have done a lot of initiatives to study the market and the expectation for green product, whereas the Financial Controller is concerned with new expenditure. Similarly, the Chief Financial Officer has supporting staff, Corporate Controller Bob Ingram, Lucas James, Director Information System. Similarly, Vice President R&D is supported by Director Product Innovation, Director Process Innovation. Likewise, you have Operations Vice President supported by Plan Manager, and you have 2 foremans. Likewise, Marketing Vice President Sales and Marketing is supported by Director Marketing and Director Sales and CRM Manager. Similarly, Human Resource Vice President is supported by Director Health and Safety and Benefit Administrator, Director Benefits Administration. So likewise, you will study the organizational structure, also see organizational readiness, and also you can see lever impact, how the levers, 17 levers are introduced in this game, starting from walk the talk, and you call for a meeting and counseling with the resistors. Likewise, you have 17 different levers, each levers can be introduced, and also you can see relationship network, how each one of the employees giving opportunity to communicate. You have levers 17 listed here, understand the levers, and you have additional information available to you, and you have decision results model. You can see the impact, how the levers has done, and also you have decision history, who are all the people being subjected to this change management. Change management is basically awareness, interest, trial, adoption. These are 4 stages should impact all the employees, that you will be able to see. And also you have dashboard to analyze what all post interviews that you would like to do, and you have menus available for change efficiency ratio, finally how much efficiently you have done this. So these are the tutorials. Once you complete the tutorial, you go in for play now. So initially you can read the preparation, and then you can go into the preparation. You can see the dialogue. Paul Dias, the Chief Financial Officer, has a situation wherein the Vice President Sales and Marketing has briefed the situation that Big Market is one of the major distributor, Big Mart is one of the major distributor of this spectrum sunglass. So the perspective of the Big Mart is dealt by the marketing vice president. So she is able to tell the financial controller there is a need for green product in the market. Similarly, the Paul Dias again argues, why should we bend to the requirement of big market? Is it more important that green products are must in the market? Similarly, you go in for the operations manager, where she has done a lot of arrangements recently done in the plan to introduce the 6 Sigma as a quality management practice, and therefore she has set all these process for the existing production. And similarly, you go in for the benefit administrator director, she is looking for employees recently appointed, and therefore the new kind of employees with the green technology know-how should be appointed for the purpose of the new demand of sustainability development, introduction of the sustainability development initiative, wherein you remove the petrochemical products used in the manufacturing of sunglass. Basically from 90% to 50% you have to bring it down, and therefore you can go in for claiming the green product of sunglass. Likewise, you have the human service administrator Mary Gopinath. She is again arguing about what are all the changes need to be done in the serious thought about planning for transformation into the sustainable development. So 75% of the time of all these 4 different department people from marketing, people from R&D, people from finance, and people from productions come together, and they meet frequently to discuss about drafting a plan on this sustainability development. And again, as a CEO, you have to spend a lot of time, more than 50% of your time in this process, and you can go in for analyzing who are all the important people playing the role, and different plan manager is assisted by foreman, and you have communication network. You can see the communication network here. The moment you see the communication network, it is easily understood that the work directly will be shown green color, and yellow is friend with, blue works directly is friend with. That is again 3 different colors are used to exhibit the particular network. And lever impact, you can see here what all the impact each lever has done. And you can see here each one of the people having the network. Paul Dyer, CFO, Deborah, VP R&D, VP Operation Aisha Farouk, Gopinath, Human Service, and Leslie Harris, you have marketing. Likewise, you will be able to see each one of them, how do they play and their roles. And relationship network will be easy to find out. You can see here by clicking the CEO, you can see green network with the two assistants, executive assistant and general counsel are shown in blue, and you can see executive officer and the general counsel are shown in blue, and rest of them are connected with green color. Likewise, you can go in for how Bharth has communication network. Similarly, you can say general counsel Chen has network. Likewise, you can see Dias, Efron, Farouk, Gopinath, Harris, Ingram, James, Kerr, Lee, Mendoza, and Nunes, Orish, Puffer, Quinn, Reboro, Shane, Ta, CRM manager. All these you can see it here, and you can go in for next decide option. This is where you play the game. You have to do a lot of work, and you can see here each lever, walk the talk. This is a lever, first lever, which is applicable to entire organization, and the weeks to implement, 2 weeks you can implement this particular lever, and again weeks before use you have to wait for 8 weeks. Likewise, get consultant support, you can click in and see how many weeks you can implement and how many weeks you have to wait. Similarly, conduct private interview and sending email, hold town hall meeting, provide internal skill building, provide external skill building, conduct pilot project, post progress report, and tell a success story, clarify organizational values, and build coalition support, recognize an adopter, and privately confront resistor. So, in any organization, maybe academic institutions like universities, colleges, and you can go in for UGCs coming up with latest policy guidelines, and Distance Education Bureau coming up with a lot of challenges, AICT is coming up with a lot of challenges. So, whenever you need to adopt new technology, levers can similar to these can be introduced and planned, so that you can slowly create awareness, slowly introduce trial, and slowly adoption. Awareness, interest, trial, adoption. All these 4 stages can be done in a broader perspective using different levers. You can plan the levers according to the particular category of business entity. Say for example, manufacturing, what all the changes you need to do. For a service sector, what are the changes you need to do. For an academic universities, how you can plan for changes. And all these levers can be introduced in a pattern with a plan of change management tool. This game is very useful, and you can realize the change management as a practice, and therefore organization can adopt the new technology and can go into the new level, so that customer will be happy, customer will be benefited, and also company can go to the next level, managing profit as well as serving the society. You can see the options here in the decide menu. You can choose, suppose Dias, you can click in Dias, you can choose who are all the people going to get benefit out of this, who and all you can go and communicate to them, how many people you are planning to communicate to, for which you can see the communication network or relationship network. As I showed you, you come to the relationship network, you see here how a CEO can communicate, who are all the people or directly he can communicate, only to these people he can communicate. So, you can if CEO is introducing a particular strategy using a lever, you can talk to these people or communicate to these people, create awareness, create interest, create trial, create adoption. All these things can be done by understanding the relationship while introducing each one of the levers. And also you can go in for news. As of now, I have not started the game, there will be no news. So when you play each week, you will be able to see what kind of news are fed in, and accordingly you can decide what is going on in the market, what is being done in the competitive industries and competitive companies, all that can be done. So you can have select all option also. All the people, suppose if you want to introduce a particular lever, entire organization should be communicated or should be come in contact so that you can introduce the lever. So or you can unselect all. So this provision also is given. So based on this, you can also go in for showing visualizing the results. Decision history can also be seen here. At the bottom you can see weeks used, critical mass, how many people are targeted, organizational phase of adoption, which phase you are entering into, and credibility, whether you have established credibility among the people. Only then they will be able to cope up with the play or your decisions. So, and you can also see download lever details. If you want to see what are the levers descriptions, that can be downloaded and see. You can prepare yourself and read, walk the talk. When the change agent's actions are aligned with the change initiative, trust is built and effective change is much more likely. If properly executed, pulling this lever can increase the change agent's credibility as well as positively influence targets in any stage if the change is first communicated. Likewise, you can see get consultant support, conduct private interviews, issue email notice, hold town hall meetings, provide internal skill building, provide external building, conduct pilot projects, post progress report, tell a success story, clarify organizational values and build a coalition of support. Likewise, you can go in for recognize the adopter, privately confront the resistors and announce goals and deadlines, revise reward system, restructure organization. All these levers are spelled with how many weeks you can implement, how many weeks you have to wait to repeat the same lever. So such a manner you can go in for playing this game and you will enjoy the how much impact you can make in each stage. For educators, they can come in for managing simulation. You can be the person to control the play of the game. That is also possible. So basically, William Q. Judge has given a video how the change management has a very important role in the change management. He has done a lot of orientation and how this game, like for example proactive and reactive, how proactive role and reactive move can be taken. So he is able to demonstrate his experience where and all this game can be used, and basically with his corporate experience the game has been developed and it is being used by management graduates across the globe. And basically the scenarios are different, like for example urgency is very high and urgency is very low. That is one situation, and again you have the agents influencing power, highly influencing and low influencing. In such taking all these four important variations, you will have four different cells in a matrix. So for a low urgency, you can go in for proactive measures. If you have high urgency, you should go in for reactive kind of applying this change management practice. So this is very important because when the urgency is low, you can wait. If the urgency is very high, you have to go in at a speed. So you have to react quickly. So this is where the change management as a practice can be done. Again, you can go in for the implementation of change management, how the change management can be implemented. So you can prepare the change management when normally we say unfreeze, and you can go in for change. You administer all the levers and you tend to practice and give them enough training on that so that people can adapt easily. Then freeze it. So you can mobilize all the people and then freeze it. You can concretize the process of change management so that you can see the impact on it. So as a practice, change management is very important lesson. You can experience how these levers can be adopted and how people can be put into network in relations so that you can communicate with them easily for creating awareness, for creating interest, for making them trial, and also making them adapted to the particular technology. The company is introducing the sustainable development of bringing down the use of petrochemicals in the manufacturing of spectrum sunglass, and you can achieve this target in playing this particular game. So look forward to the next lessons. Subscribe to our channel, and you can be a co-teach by sending email to aselvarasu@gmail.com, and all our teachers of Annamalai University can register to the Harvard Business School as an educator. They are privileged to experience all the resources provided by the Harvard Business School as an educator working in an university, and the credentials are verified only with the portal link or web link of our faculty profile. So once you send it, once they recognize it, validate our presence, the permission is given, all of us can use this particular simulation game as well as case studies for our students. So I look forward to all the practitioners of corporate and students in distance education. Senior people can enjoy this game and experience, learn management principles and change management, apply in your company, enjoy and experience it. Looking forward to our next video session. Thank you very much.